look, you've gotten worse, bro. So now what I want everyone to understand, this is what I want everyone to understand. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Arteta, and he's here to dominate the league for the next few years. Well done. There's a new sheriff in town, and it's Big Teta. Big Teta, the Arsenal, we're back. We are back. The Invincibles, they're nothing. They're nothing compared to what the next 5 years is going to be. Big Teta and the Arsenal have rolled into town, bro, on the chariot made of gold, bro, whipping up horses. We're going at 100 miles per hour. The Pep reign of terror is over. There is a new sheriff in town, and it is us. You're all pissed. I'm telling you now, you man are all pissed. All my ops are in hell. Aston Villa in hell.
No, I'm laughing, bro. Did you just say?
He's chatting to him. He's just chatting to him on the bench.
I wonder if I'll get away with it. I wonder if I'll get away with it.
No. You man, deep in it. He was going to bring on Salah, yeah?
Look how much space is on the right-hand side, you man. What is this?
Oh, my.
This is
these are trying to get, they're trying to get him sacked.
I'm done, bruv. I've got kids, bruv. It's a Friday. Why am I doing this? I'm done. Bye, man.
Listen. By the way, just let you know.
Brother, oh my goodness. No, man. He's looking right across the line. Dimwit, bro. Oh my God. Right there.
Cal's crashing up.
Bobby, put someone right. Oh my God. For the life of me, for the life of me.
No. Man fully crashed out. Hey, man, he was at home just watching the game. Man forgot he was definitely on coffee.
Nice for me, you man.
5 hours, so it adds me on stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. There has been a bit of Liverpool drama, eh? We've got a lot to talk about when it comes to Liverpool Football Club. My club, you get me? So, big up to all of you. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you guys, please like and subscribe now. Keep getting stuck in the chat. Keep letting me know your opinions. We're going to be talking about this Liverpool takeover situation. We're going to be talking about, the possibility of Jeff Bezos being a part of Liverpool ownership. We're going to be talking about, obviously the possibility of Diomande coming back to the table. Also, and then Iraola speaks out about our poor defensive depth, so, there's kind of a lot for us to unpack, man. And yeah, we're gonna have to speak about so many different things, boys. So yeah, it's a bit dramatic right now in the Liverpool space, if you would like. So big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The link in the pinned comment. I'm also going to be running a Liverpool emergency stream tonight at I think, yeah, it is at 11. Why am I doubting my own self? At 11 p.m. UK, we are going to be running as well a Liverpool emergency stream. We've got Mons, Jamie, Rax, Ram. We've got, good panelists and Ram coming in as well. Nasser, I warned you last time. I hope you don't do the same stupid stuff again. Huh? We're here to talk about Liverpool. Don't be dumb anymore, because I'm not going to allow people to disrespect me online and say stupid shit anymore, yeah? Whatever my opinion is my opinion. Doesn't mean I support a different club. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you, please like and subscribe now. And let's just get straight into it, because I want to talk about this. And for some reason, I can't load all the other tweets, but this one is loading, no problem. So let me just share it up on the screen for you guys. Jeff Bezos has held talks about joining the consortium that is seeking to buy around 30% of Liverpool Football Club. Sources with knowledge of the talks have indicated that any deal with Bhatia's consortium would see Bezos receive equity in Liverpool. The Bhatia bid for Liverpool is understood to value the club at around 4.5 billion. Bhatia is believed to have secured financial backing from his father-in-law, Lakshmi Mittal, which Callum couldn't pronounce yesterday, whose family wealth is estimated at 23 billion. This according to The Guardian as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there could be a takeover at Liverpool Football Club, Habibis. It's mental. It's mental. Hassan, don't do that, Hassan. It's mental. There is drama at the Liverpool Palace, Habibis. There is drama at the Liverpool Palace. Now, let me make something clear. I'm so glad you said that. 30% ain't a takeover, lol. I know. Because you don't take over a company with 30%. However, I believe that the long-term plan is actually a takeover. And I'll tell you exactly why. This is not the first time. This is not the first time that FSG have been linked to either selling minority stakes or selling the whole football club. Fenway Sports Group already is looking at selling Liverpool Football Club as per a report from 2 years ago. So it was reported 2 years ago. Let me wear this before I get in trouble for no reason. As reported per 2 years ago, Fenway Sports Group are looking at selling Liverpool Football Club, because it's been rumored for a while now that they're looking at buying either an NFL team or looking at buying something like this. Also, objectively, when you involve people, like I assume that what I read online is true. Aren't the Bhatia family the ones that run the British steel industry, or am I wrong? Someone correct me in the chat. I'm sure there's plenty of people who are British in the chat who know about this. Aren't they the ones that run the steel company, the Bhatia family or the Mittal family? One of them, don't they run the steel in England? So here's the thing. You say it's not a takeover, right? No problem. However, I doubt that the ones who run the British steel industry and Jeff Bezos are just going to take 30% of a company and dip. Guys, let's use our system, our objective thinking. Let's all brainstorm together. I'm not even doing ITK, Hussam, because obviously I don't have sources with the billionaires, or else I wouldn't be here. I'd be a millionaire at minimum. I don't have sources with the billionaires, but I'm just trying to use brainstorming and strategic thinking with you guys. Let's be honest. Jeff Bezos and the ones that run the steel of Britain are not going to settle for 30% and dip. I think this will be a gradual takeover. Exactly what Sean just said. I don't think it's going to be a come in and just take over Liverpool type situation. I think it will be a step-by-step process. I think that they will take over 30% first, and then take over a further 15%, and then take over a further blah, blah, blah percent. I think it's going to be that type of situation. I don't think it's going to be just straight away owning Liverpool Football Club. But this is massive news. Make no mistake. This is massive news. As someone who probably, I would say when I first became a YouTuber / content creator, one of the first things I said was FSG out. One of the first things I said was actually FSG out. I was, on the front lines of the FSG out movement. I was there from the beginning. I wanted the ownership gone. I don't think they were ambitious enough. I don't think they supported the club enough. I don't think they wanted to win enough. This is good news. This is good news. You'll never wait long. Amazon deliveries.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
Okay, out of respect for you and what you mean to this channel, I'm kind of like I'm gonna say thank you for the super chat and move on. But that's horrible. This is like when Fonzie bums out a horrible joke as well. So I'm gonna let it go. I'm not gonna cook you. I'm gonna say thank you for the super chat. Batong. You get me? And I'm gonna move on. Now, for me, this is good news because Jeff Bezos is a winner. Now, I went and I looked at the stuff that QPR fans are saying, and I went and I saw the stuff that, you know, certain people are speaking about because the guy that's responsible for all this apparently resigned from QPR. So this is clearly like a serious thing. You know, he resigned from QPR, and I'm assuming, you know, they might do like a whole, you know, different operations type situation. He resigned from the club, and I'm assuming he wants to focus on Liverpool Football Club. I just think this, by definition, has to be good news because Jeff Bezos is a winner. The guy that turned a book delivery company to one of the biggest companies on the planet in terms of deliveries. You will never wait for your delivery. You will never wait for your delivery. You know, Amazon, Prime, all that is not the type of guy that will put this club under the ground or something. Now, of course, they're not Arab owners, so it's not like, big up Shane, they're not Arab owners, so it's not like, you know, they're completely interested in football only and etc. and stuff like this. However, I think for me, the advantage of having an Arab owner is they're completely interested in football. Like they don't care about making money or anything. So that's the advantage of an Arab owner over anything else. But when it comes to these guys are winners. If you looked at like the American people and you were to pick a owner for your club, you would pick Jeff Bezos. That's the truth. And the thing that I want to say is, like, I just question what happens during this window, though. That's the only thing that I'm questioning, because I'm someone who wanted FSG gone. Make no mistake. So I'm happy that Jeff Bezos is buying a stake in the club, and I'm sure he's going to be a full-time owner soon and stuff like this. But what does this mean for this current window? What do you guys think this means for this transfer window? Like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of strange. Like, I know there's plenty of conspiracies online now where people go like, you know, I think we won't spend in this window because of the ownership takeover thing. And some people say, yeah, we will spend in this window because of the ownership transfer thing. And it's kind of weird, you know, it's kind of strange. But I don't know what to say in terms of this transfer window yet. You know, it's just like, I really don't know, to be honest with you. So, like, for me, I've said before, I have no problem online saying I don't know if I really don't know. So I'm only speculating. I hope this doesn't affect our transfers, like, in a negative way, basically. So that's the thing. I hope it doesn't affect us negatively. But this is good news. This is good news. Most of the QPR, like, fans that I saw were actually happy. They were saying Batia is one of the good ones, you know, and they were saying stuff like this. So they were like basically upset, and they're looking at selling their stakes in QPR and stuff like this. So they're obviously taking this Liverpool thing seriously, which is exactly why when I look at this stuff, like, objectively speaking, it's categorically impossible for me to believe that Jeff Bezos is going to accept a 30% thing. Because remember, Jeff Bezos is also part of the consortium. So it's not Jeff Bezos who takes 30%. It's Bhatia family and Jeff Bezos taking over 30%. So I don't see it in that way at all. I think it's going to be a situation where it's going to be a step-by-step gradual takeover. and I think eventually they will probably have controllership of the whole club. And I think FSG might keep like a small stake at the club, like 5%, 10%, whatever it is, you know, just so they can make profits of the club and etc. That's what I truly believe. But listen, man, I'm excited. I can't say I'm like afraid or anything. I'm excited. I like it. You know, obviously someone like Jeff Bezos, he's a winner. You know, these guys are good owners at QPR. So there's nothing to be worried about from that perspective. However, everyone is saying these things are all still in their initial stages. So no one's made the claim that like this is done or whatever. Like everyone's saying this is like, you know, in the initial stages and stuff like this. We want one owner, not 10. Here's the thing, Martin. I think now with clubs being worth like 4.5 billion and shit like this, clubs being worth 4.5 billion and 5 billion and 6 billion, I think you will see more groups take over clubs and consortiums than individuals. Because, you know, when you look into like how they take over, you need to understand people don't have 4.5 billion in the bank. They have them in assets. They have them in stocks. They have them in stuff like this. So people don't just have 4.5 billion at a bank and they can just go draw it at the ATM and go pay. You know, so most of the people, their net worth comes from assets, from assets, from stocks, from stuff like this. So for me, what you guys need to understand is like, it's not like these guys have the money laying around just like this. It's in other forms, for the most part, at least. Yes, exactly. That's basically what I'm trying to say. In essence, it's thin air money. So Jeff Bezos, like what's Jeff Bezos' net worth or whatever it is? Let's say his net worth is 20 billion, just so to make it easy to explain to you guys. Jeff Bezos doesn't have 20 million in his bank. He doesn't. Jeff Bezos might have 500 million in his bank, but the rest is all assets and stocks and how much Amazon is worth and all that stuff. That's the thing. Now, the thing is with FSG is FSG themselves are not one owner. FSG themselves are not one owner. That's the thing that you guys need to understand. Fenway Sports Group themselves are not one owner. Fenway Sports Group. It's John W. Henry and Tom Werner and whoever it is that are in charge of Liverpool Football Club. So anyway, we weren't owned by one owner. You look at like the rest of the teams. Man City is owned by a country. Chelsea are owned by consortium. Man United are owned by Ineos Group. Arsenal are owned by the Kroenkes. You know, the Kroenke family. That's another group. So that's the thing. So this notion that, you know, it's just one guy, you know, that owns Liverpool Football Club, it's not true. It's already owned by a group anyway. You know, there's that stuff with Redbird and whatever it is. So that's the thing. So for me, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. I think Jeff Bezos is a winner, because someone who does what he did is a winner, and someone who owns the British steel industry obviously knows what they're doing. So I'm excited for it. The only thing I will say is I hope it doesn't affect this current window negatively. For the future, I think we will spend a lot of money now. And the thing is, it makes sense for FSG to exit now. Why? Because the football that they once joined is not the football that they are leaving now. When they first joined, you could buy a player for 10 million and sell him for 70 in 2 to 3 years. Now, Morgan Rogers is worth 117 million. Elliot Anderson is worth 125 million. There is pressure by the fans to win. This season, a Premier League winning manager got booed at Anfield, you know, which is a first, but he got booed at Anfield because of the style of football. A manager that perhaps many people upstairs believed in Arne Slot, was booed. Their best player, you know, from the season before that, got like basically booted out the club. The football that FSG once joined is no longer the football now. And the other thing is, why did Michael Edwards quit Liverpool? Michael Edwards quit Liverpool not due to any football reasons. It's because he couldn't do the whole like take over another club thing. As you guys saw with what happened with Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest, you know, they sent Crystal Palace to the Conference League and they promoted themselves to the Europa League due to similar owners. You know, you see what's happening with Strasbourg and Chelsea. You see what's happening, you know, with City and Girona, whatever it is. It's becoming more and more and more difficult. It's becoming more and more and more difficult for like, how can I say this in the correct way? In terms of like the ownership and the direction we're headed in. Like, it's becoming more difficult to actually use that model, you know? Like, it's becoming very difficult. This Strasbourg Chelsea thing, this Palermo and blah 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 and City and I don't know who, all these things are becoming more difficult to use because they're restricting the laws now. Ever since, you know, the City group took over the other club and this Chelsea group took over the other club and blah blah blah, all these things have restricted completely the way that you can use the multi-club model. So now FSG are thinking to themselves, I can't use a multi-club model, and I now, in order to meet expectations of the fans, probably are going to have to spend 300 to 400 million pounds per summer, you know? So it's becoming increasingly difficult. This summer, objectively speaking, Liverpool need a right back, a centre back, a midfielder, a striker, and a winger. Let's assume just a winger. We need minimum 4 players. These 4 players in the current market, how it's currently constructed, are minimum going to cost 250 million. If you involve all the agents' fees and whatever it is, you are getting close to the 500, 600 million, you know, figure. And FSG are not those type of owners. Like, they already did the big summer last summer. Already last summer, they did the big summer thing. They already did it. They did the big summer thing, you know? Now, they're looking at it going like, I can't spend 400 million every single summer and compete because I'm not that type of guy. And that's John W. Henry and blah, blah, blah thought process. And that's why they're selling the football club now. So not only can they not use the multi-club model, they can't spend money to compete at this top level, summer in, summer out. And this is their exit strategy. And I think eventually, they will leave Liverpool Football Club. Because yes, it is a minority stake. And I agree with you all. It's a minority stake. 100%. It's a minority stake. However, let's be objective about this. Bezos and the people with him are not just going to accept 30% as a, you know, 30% of Liverpool. I think they're going to ask for more than that. So that's my summary, basically. I just don't think they can use the multi-club model anymore. And, you know, they're probably going down a route that they don't want to go down. The Liverpool owners currently are going down a route that they just don't want to go down. You know, they're going down a very dangerous route for their own selves more than anything else. You know, if you're John W. Henry now and you're looking at this and you're going like, I've got to spend 300 million every summer. 125, Elliot Anderson, 118, 117, Morgan Rogers. Liverpool were interested in Morgan Rogers. Liverpool last summer wanted Morgan Rogers, and I told you guys that we wanted him. I literally told you guys that we wanted him. And according to the news that we got this summer, it was almost 100 million that they wanted for Morgan Rogers. The negotiations with Newcastle last summer, buying Florian Wirtz for 100, all that stuff. Now, every summer, you're going to have to spend that range of money. And I just don't think FSG have the willingness to do that. I'll be honest with you. I just don't think they do. That's the thing. I just don't think they do. I just do not think that FSG have the willingness to spend 400, 500 million every single summer and keep it moving. I just don't, you know? So that's the thing for me. I think they are basically trying to exit at the right time because football are headed in a direction they cannot cope with. You know, they're getting basically competed against with. They are copying Man United. I won't even lie. They are copying Man United. This is the reality. They are copying it. They're trying to exit Liverpool step by step. That's the thing. They are copying Man United. There is nothing wrong to say about that. They're copying exactly what the Glazers are doing, which is basically sell a little bit of the minority shares and the football operations to someone else, and gradually, year by year, sell the whole club to him. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. So that's my thing. Like, and from their perspective, they bought Liverpool Football Club for 300 million. Let's not forget that Fenway Sports Group bought Liverpool Football Club for 300 million pounds. That's it. So this notion that they're upset that they're leaving Liverpool, they're not. They're not. I started this YouTube channel. You know, on a Samsung Android phone. Start doing streams. It wasn't even a Samsung, I think. It was an HTC or whatever. Like I started on one of them phones. I started my whole company. It was worth nothing at the time. If someone offers me now 300,000 dinars to quit YouTube and give him this channel, I've made 300,000 dinars in profit, you know, which is $1.5 million. If someone offers me that, I've made a lot of money back. 300%. 300%. Imagine. So they've made a lot of money. What 300%? Wait. Even more than 300%. They bought Liverpool for 300. So 100% is 600. 200% is 900. Whoa, it's way more. Whoa. Way more than 300%. What 300%? What 300%? 4.5 billion. 1,200%. Imagine. 1,200%. So it's 4.5 billion now. They bought it for 300 million. So they've increased their money by basically 1,200%. It's mental. 1,500%, even worse. Yeah, 1,500%. So they've made a lot of money. They've made way too much money already. So yeah, I think they're gonna have an exit strategy and they're gonna leave the football club. So, and it makes sense from their perspective. Morris, you've been making a lot of comments lately on streams that scare me. I won't even lie to you. 30% is still very significant. Is that Brad? Brad, where have you been? Brad, I haven't seen you in like 3 months. You stabbed me in the back. And you stopped watching the channel, huh? Interesting. Brad. Wow. 30% is still a very significant minority holding. I agree with you. And this is the thing for me. I don't think Jeff Bezos and the Batty Group are just going to spend all this money to just own 30% and just go sit on a sofa somewhere. Like this is not what they're doing. I'm sure they're going to take over the club gradually. Big up to my guy Sond, who says, how many bad windows have we had? Countless. They had one okay window last year, but even then it didn't cover all our needs. FSG are cheap out now. To be fair, listen, I didn't complain about FSG last summer because I thought we got everything that we needed and some more. Let's not deny what happened last summer was something we've never seen before by Liverpool Football Club. We went and we signed the Isaks and the Verts and all these players. Like we went and signed players like this, and you know we turned it up. And for me, I didn't complain about FSG since last summer. The only thing that I complained about is just the fact that they kept Slot for too long. But outside that, I haven't really complained about anything. So I just think FSG have been bad owners, but last summer I think they did the smart thing. For me now, the problem, Sond, is basically from their perspective, from FSG's perspective, that is, they can't compete with these groups and countries and stuff like this. How can they compete? If you're FSG, you're gonna have to spend 300, 400 million every single summer, bro. Can you afford to spend 300, 400 million every single summer? No, you cannot afford. No, you can't. You can't afford to spend that. So what are you supposed to do? So that's my thing. Yeah. If he's like Abramovich and will pump money on because he wants to be a winner, great. If he's here to maximize profits, then he can F off already. Let's be objective about this, Akia. You guys know you can speak to your phone. What is Jeff Bezos' net worth? Jeff Bezos has an estimated net worth of 257 billion. So why would he buy Liverpool just to maximize profits? Tell me, Allah Habibi. Explain it to me. Explain to me, Habibi. How can he why would he need Liverpool? Yeah, but why would he need Liverpool to maximize profits if objectively speaking he can buy every single club in the Premier League and still keep the money? I think when someone like that buys a football club, no. Here's the thing, Thomas. That's what billionaires do. Yes, correct, but not billionaires at this level. Not billionaires at this level. This is part of the portfolio for when he meets his other billionaire friends and they're having a cigar in Mallorca, you know, on a private villa and stuff like this. This is on the portfolio. Hey, my club, you know, won the Champions League this season. That's it for me. I don't think they're in it for making profits. I just don't believe Jeff Bezos is in it to make money at all. At all. I don't think his thing is just about making money and that's it. This is the football club. It's completely different, you know. And anyway, now with the Premier League, there's just so much to offer in terms of money anyway. Yeah. I don't deny that. It's definitely an investment strategy. It's definitely an investment strategy, 100%. It's an investment strategy. However, I don't think it's all about profits. No, I'm not saying he cares about football, Aki. I'm just saying it's not all about profits, brother. Because in football, you don't really make profit anyway. You make revenue. So you're kind of playing around with revenue money. You're not playing around with profit money. Because football clubs are not profitable anyway. Football clubs bring on revenue, not profit. And you know the difference between revenue and profit. That's the thing. If I sell you this cup for £100, I made £98 in profit. Football clubs are not profitable like that. Because football clubs have to pay for the delivery of this cup. They have to pay the manufacturer of this cup. They have to pay for the guy to send it to your house. They have to pay for the airplane ticket to send it to South Africa. You get it? So there's a difference between revenue and profit. Football clubs are not actually profitable, but they make revenue. That's the thing. And the revenue is then spent on stuff like this. So, yeah. So it's not just about profit. It's about operational costs, Anfield, stadiums, blah, blah, things like this. QPR fans were really positive about Amit Bhatia. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. They were saying a lot of positive stuff. I can't even lie to you. They were saying a lot of positive stuff, which excites me. Which excites me because, you know, QPR fans coming out and saying all these positive stuff about Liverpool Football Club is about their owners. I think is a very positive thing, man. I think it's a very positive thing. So, yeah, hopefully it does show basically that, you know, they are good owners, and you know, people are willing and stuff like this. So yeah, big up to all of you guys. Make sure guys are liking the video, make sure guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you guys, please hit the like button now and subscribe right here right now. Please like and subscribe now. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The link is in the pinned comment. Literally everyone who follows me on Insta is gonna get a shout out on the stream, live on the stream. You're gonna get the shout out if you follow me on Instagram. So please do follow me on Instagram, and hit the like button on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. I want to talk about Iraola and him speaking up for transfers and stuff like this. So yeah, please like, subscribe, go follow me on the Insta, and like this video right here, right now. The sort of Iraola Diomande topic is going to be next. Let me share the news with you guys. Just 1 second. Guys, anyone who follows me on Insta is going to get a shout out now. Link is in the pinned comment at DonHussam6. Go follow me now. Anyway. Here. Done. So, actually, let me do the other one first, because there's two. There's one with McAllister and there is one with the right back situation. Guys, put one in the chat if you can still hear me. Can you hear me now, or did you not hear me? Did you not hear me for the last 30 seconds? Now, right now. I'm gonna say a word. Type the word in the comment section if you can hear me. Iraola. Because I just when I read the news for you guys. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Hey yo, shout out to Potato Wedger. Shout out to NP Real. Shout out to Shiva for following me. And shout out to The Real Avi for following me. I appreciate all of you for following me. Thank you guys so much. Big up to Sean as well for following me. Big up to Tyrese Lowe for following me. Big up to all you guys, man. Appreciate you guys always. Hit the like button, subscribe. Like I said, everyone who follows me on Insta is going to get the shout out. Now, Anthony Iraola on Alexis McAllister future. I think Alexis has been one of the best at the club in years. Look at the World Cup. It's normal that other clubs want the best players. Other clubs want my good players, but I'm looking to sign players, then lose the one we have here. What do you guys think is the significant statement in this whole news? What do you guys think is the significant statement in all this? Yeah, tell me. In all this, what do you guys think is the most significant statement? Last part. Sean is intelligent. I am looking to sign players, then lose the ones we've had here. Anthony Iraola has spoken up. Anthony Iraola has spoken up, ladies and gentlemen. And he's telling you, I'm not looking to lose players. Of course, he's going to praise McAllister. I don't expect him to come out publicly and go like, by the way, guys, McAllister is shit. He's not going to do that, is he? He's not going to do that, is he? So, of course, he's going to come out publicly and he's going to praise the players 100%. However, the fact that he's saying he's looking to sign players and not lose out on any tells you all you need to know. There's another one. Let me show you the other one, because this is dangerous. Anthony Iraola. Message me, Megana. I'll give you a shout out. Anthony Iraola on signing new right back. It depends on Connor's situation. Healthy Connor Bradley. We are ready to go and we don't ask these questions because we trust him and he's our right back. But he is still far from returning. I don't know why Tom decided to just say that, oh yeah, by the way, Connor Bradley is back. Tom, the dumbass, you know, just making stuff up for no reason, the fraud. You know, oh yeah, by the way, Connor Bradley is going to be back. What a fraud. Tom's a fraud, isn't he? Tom's a fraud. Big up to Madeline. Big up to Real Boha. And big up to Scott for following me. Thank you guys, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because we trust him. And he is our right back, but he's far from returning. Defensive depth, we are very thin right now. Once again, I'm going to ask you all, what is the most important statement on all this? What is the most important statement in all this? Tell me. Tell me, guys. Tell me, what's the most important statement in all this? Once again, this is a question to all of you because I want you guys to think. Which part? Clearly, as Little Copite says, the last part. We are very thin. Now, let me make something clear. And this is to everyone in the chat. This guy is the guy that I want. I wanted Anthony Iraola. I'm a supporter of Anthony Iraola. I back Anthony Iraola. As a matter of fact, I back Liverpool Football Club. Because there is this notion online that, Aaron, the general, there's this notion online that just because you criticize what you think is wrong, that you're not backing the team. Of course, we're backing Liverpool Football Club. I'm backing my club. I believe in the manager. I believe in his project. I believe in his system. As a matter of fact, when I watch inside training videos, I feel excited. The players are running again. The players look like they're enjoying training again. Everyone has a smile on their face. It reminds me of the start of the Klopp era where everyone was excited, because I feel that excitement in the air. I feel that excitement for the season. You know who can kill the excitement? Richard Hughes is the one that can kill the excitement. You know who can kill the excitement? FSG are the ones that can kill the excitement. Not Anthony Iraola. And make no mistake, Slot got sacked. I would say majority of the Liverpool fans wanted Slot sacked. Yes, I'm not even going to be edgy. Including Anfield and worldwide, probably 80% of the Liverpool fans wanted Arne Slot gone. Okay? Even if you're part of the 20%, no one can make the claim, and Sean knows exactly where I'm going with this, no one can make the claim that they expect Iraola to win a league title or he's failed if we don't give him the transfers that he needs. Anthony Iraola needs transfers. Anthony Iraola needs players. When he comes out publicly and says our defensive depth is an issue, then that's something we have to address. When I say, where have you been, Brad, you fraud? When I say that Anthony Iraola wants centre back, and we say that Anthony Iraola needs defensive depth, the guy has come out publicly and said it himself. I back the manager. I like Iraola. I'm one of the guys online that said I would take Iraola from a really long time ago. I am a fan of Anthony Iraola. I love the guy. I think he's a fantastic manager. I think he's a very good coach. I think he's a very good tactician. I think he knows what he's doing out there on the football pitch. He has literally dominated teams. But you have to give the guy the players and the tools that is required. That's the thing. You have to give him the tools required in order for him to cook. Let's look at the center back situation, because he says we're weak in terms of defensive depth, right? That's Anthony Iraola's statement himself. Van Dijk, Jacquet, Leone, Joe Gomez. Oh yeah, life's been busy. Brad. That's the 4 center backs. Joe Gomez, made from biscuits. Leone, 17 years old. Van Dijk, 35 years old. Jacquet just came in from the French league and has to prove himself. That center-back situation is very dangerous. Because the best one, Virgil van Dijk, I don't want him to play every single minute of every single game, because I think we will literally run him into the ground. I think Virgil van Dijk will be ran into the ground if we play him every single second of every single game and we just go like Van Dijk, Van Dijk, Van Dijk, Van Dijk, Van Dijk. We will run him into the ground and the guy will be tired by the end of all this and he will start making mistakes and etc. Leone is 17, 18, 19, whatever it is. He's a youngster and can't be trusted to start week in, week out. Jacquet, I like the signing of Jacquet. I think he has good enough experience to start and stuff like this. However, I don't think he can be the guy if need be. Joe Gomez, made from biscuits, will also cover right back and will cover left back. Now, when I look at that situation, the fact that Ibrahima Konate has left Liverpool Football Club by definition means that we need a centre back immediately. And that centre back needs to be centre back of a certain quality. Here's the problem with people who want us to use youngsters online. This is the thing that people who want us to use youngsters are not realizing. Youngsters mean inexperience. I'm going to use the example of a centre back that we have given the debut two seasons ago. I think his name was Nalo. He came on in a Champions League game, makes a silly tackle, gets sent off. Imagine in a game in October against Coventry City at Anfield, or whenever the hell the game is, we start a inexperienced centre-back. He gets a red card in the second minute and we end up losing. Youngsters are good for the team. Youngsters bring you a different element of hunger. Youngsters keep the fans excited in terms of the ones like Rio Gomoa, because we're excited to see what he develops to become. But the one thing I want to explain to you guys about youngsters is youngsters by definition are inconsistent. Youngsters by definition do not perform week in, week out. You want to know why? Because they're youngsters. Giovanni Leone, his performance against Southampton in those 45 minutes was great. However, maybe if we started Leone the game after, he would have gotten cooked. You want to know why? Because he's a young centre-back. Because he will have that. He will have those sorts of moments where he makes a mistake here, where he makes a mistake there, where he has a lack of focus in this area. He has a lack of focus on that area. That's the thing that I want you guys to realize. It's not a situation like Leone comes in and he's going to cook week in, week out. No, he will not. No youngster comes in and immediately cooks at any football club. He just doesn't. This is not a thing. Let's be objective about this, you guys. Let's really be objective about this. Youngsters need time to develop. Now, here's the thing that I want to explain to you guys. Harvey Elliott, Sepp van den Berg, Adrian. We won the league. We signed Federico Chiesa only. We won the league. The thing that I want you guys to understand is you don't pay for those bad transfer windows straight away. You pay for the bad transfer windows in transfer windows to come. You pay for those transfer windows and transfer windows to come. You don't just get immediate effects if you do like a basically a transfer window like that. You don't immediately realize what you've done is wrong or what you've done is right or any of that, because it doesn't always hit immediately. Sometimes it hits 3 years later, 4 years later, whenever it is. It doesn't always hit immediately. Sometimes it takes time for your lack of transfers and stuff to actually show what you're missing, to actually show what's going on wrong at your football club. That's the thing. So the thing that I want to explain to you guys is, look, if the manager himself is saying we have a centre-back issue, then we should go out there and sign the centre-back. Chelsea are linked to Lacroix. They were linked to Lacroix a month ago. Still, the deal hasn't materialized. Why don't we hijack the Chelsea Lacroix transfer and go get Lacroix? That's a centre-back. That's a solid centre-back. That's Premier League experienced. The guy that we have to buy at centre-back cannot be some young, inexperienced player who does not have experience to come in and play. This is the thing I'm trying to explain to you guys. Not everyone is just about youngster. You need players to come in who have experience. We need experience, Habibis. Not every player we buy needs to be a youngster with potential and I don't know what. That's not how this goes. That's not how this goes. Not every player needs to have some form of potential or any of this stuff. Some players, bro, they need to hit the ground running. It needs to be like a plug and play type stuff. You get it? Needs to be like a plug and play type stuff. Not every player needs to be just like, oh, he's got potential. He can develop. He can do this, blah, 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 blah. Not every player is like this, Habibi. This thing. Not every player is like this. Sometimes you need players that come in and immediately have a positive effect on your football club. And the other thing I want to allude to, and this is what Anthony Iraola says in his quote himself, which is, bro, I don't want to lose the players that we have here. That's the words of Anthony Iraola, and that's also my words. I don't want to sell players anymore. I want to explain to you guys, look, there's a difference between rating a player, not rating a player, and realizing where your squad depth is at. Put one in the chat if you don't rate Cody Gakpo. Put one in the chat right now if you don't rate Cody Gakpo. Yes, Sean, I'm going to record the short after this on Jeff Bezos. Get it ready. Put one in the chat if you don't rate Cody Gakpo. Okay? If you think Cody Gakpo is just average. Here. I'm going to put one in the chat with you. I don't rate Cody Gakpo. You want to know why, as someone who doesn't rate Cody Gakpo, I'm not selling Cody Gakpo? Because we don't have room to sell players. The squad is already paper thin. Shall I bring out the tactics board again and show you how thin the squad is for you guys to realize? Like, do you guys understand how much work would be done if we start to sell all these players? Like, do you guys understand? I can bring up the tactics board again for you guys to realize how bad the squad depth actually is, by the way. We could do this. You want to do this? Here you go. You want to do this? Let's do it. No problem. Because the guy says, I would rather keep the players that we have than sell them. Here you go. Let's put in the players. Okay? Let's put them in. Let me remove this right here. But Allison, Jacquet, Van Dijk, Frimpong, Kerkez, Gravenberg, Soboslai, Wiertz. Here you go. Barcola we haven't signed yet. Isak, Cody Gakpo, and okay, Rio here, Munoz here. Okay, let me show you guys something real quick. Maybe the ones who want to sell Cody Gakpo will finally understand the problem with selling Cody Gakpo. You know, maybe finally people will realize why selling Cody Gakpo and even selling McAllister or Jones or whoever it is a mistake. Because sometimes you have to show people why selling players is not always ideal. You know? Maybe people need to understand why selling them is the wrong idea. Where is the Bradley? Here you go. Bradley. Ektik. This was Liverpool's squad last season. This was Liverpool's squad last season. Ekitike sidelined with injury. Connor Bradley, sidelined with injury. The manager himself today said that we don't know when he will come back. Right? Sidelined with injury. He said it himself. Okay? Done. McAllister, linked to move away. Cody Gakpo, linked to move away. Curtis Jones, linked to move away. Endo will probably leave the football club. Chiesa will probably leave the football club. Fair enough, we signed Munoz. Robertson has already left. Salah has already left. And Konate has already left. Simicast is back. This is the team. See? If I sell everyone that I don't rate in the team, this is the team. And then people have the audacity to come to me and go like, why can't Iraola win the league? You just like glazing Arsenal. You glaze Arsenal so much. You see how this thin the squad is? You see how thin the squad is if I start to sell all these players? If I start to sell all these players, where the hell am I supposed... Pep wouldn't win the league. This is exactly why Iraola himself said it. Iraola himself said, replace them simple. Great idea here by Little Copite. Replace them simple. Little Copite, you're going to solve it for us now. Who shall we replace them with, mister? Here, I'm going to make you the hero of the stream now. I'm going to load up the tactics board right now. Let's say we sell all the shit players that no one rates, McAllister and Gakpo and Endo and blah, blah, blah. Okay? Go on. Who do you want to sign? Who? Let's make calculations together. Who? Bradley Barcola. 110 million pounds. Someone write it. Sean, are you in the chat, Sean? Sean, are you in the chat? Where's Sean? Sean, are you in the chat? I need you to do quick math for me. Sean, I need you to do math for me. Where's Sean? Sean, you're supposed to be my assistant. And you stabbed me in the back. Okay, you're here. Focus. Put 110 for Barcola in your calculator. Okay. I'm not even going to exaggerate, chat. I'm going to be objective. Okay? So now we have Barcola, Munoz, and Rio on the wings. Tell me a cheap winger that you would sign. Go on. Who is a cheap winger that you would sign? We're not going to keep Chiesa and Endo, put the fries in the bag. Those are not going to stay. Chat. Tell me a cheap winger that you will get. Go on. Tell me a cheap winger you would get. Get name. You would sell Cody Gakpo and keep Chiesa? That makes no sense. Come on, Little Copite, do better. Let's go back to the illustration. Don't be a fraud. Don't be a fraud. Come on. Everton won't sell to us. Leao. Okay, let's put Rafa Leao. No problem. I'm all for the ideas. Let's go Leao. Sean, add 40 million. 50. Make it 50. Let's be objective. They will probably sell Leao for 50. Here you go. Rafael Leao. Let's go. Here you go. Rafael Leao. No problem. I'm excited. Add 50. Fraud. Okay. Let's say Jed Spence or Pedro Porro. I'm going to go with the more objective one that they want to sell already. Jed Spence. Guys, how much will Spence cost? How much will Spence cost? Tell me. How much will Spence cost? I'm going to go with your opinion, brother. 40 million. Sean, add it on the calculator. 40, 50, and 110. Sean, you're responsible. Don't bottle it in front of the audience. Okay. I'm not going to exaggerate. The manager says we need a center back. Lacroix for 50. Put it in the calculator, Sean. Sean, put it in the calculator. Lacroix for 50. Everyone agree Lacroix is 50, chat? Everyone agree Lacroix is 50. John Stones is made from Weetabix. Why would I sell Weetabix and buy Weetabix? That makes no sense. I'd rather stick to the Weetabix I have because it's Weetabix anyway. Manu Kone, replacement for McAllister. No problem, Captain Sal. Let's run it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where did the tactics board go? Let's run it. Here you go. Sean, put in your calculator. Manu Kone, another 50 million. Let's go. Manu Kone, 50 million. Put it in your calculator. Here we go. Manu Kone, let's go. I like it. Love it. Love it. Manu Kone coming to the Reds. Let's go. Who else would you guys sign in midfield? Put it in the calculator, Sean. Do not bottle this. Give me another midfielder. At least, I'm not even going to exaggerate, little Copite. I'm going to say one more midfielder. Not 10. One more. Adam Wharton's 100 million. They're not going to sell Lamine Kamara for 30, buddy. They're not. They're not going to sell for 30, buddy. They're not. No, they're not. Me and you both know that a French club is not going to sell him for 30. Sangare. How much is Sangare going to cost? Ayub Bouaddi, no problem. I have Bouaddi ready. Here you go. It's already here. He's going to cost 100 million euros. So let's shove him to the side. Give me a quote-unquote cheap option. 40 million Sangare. Okay. Let's go, Sangare. Put it in the calculator, Sean. Put it in the calculator. Here you go, Sangare. Sangare. Let's go. Yes, Sangare. Now what else shall we sign? Now what? Let's go. I feel like I'm running an auction. 340. Let's go. Milner out of retirement is crazy. Now, because we sold Cody Gakpo, we need one more, right? Who do we need at striker? Who do we need at striker, chat? Who shall we sign? One more midfielder, one more striker. Who? Achimpong is 70 million. Fernandez Pardo is the guy that we're linked with. Put 60 million in your calculator. Fernandez Pardo. I told you guys about Pardo, by the way. People are very quick to call you out when you're wrong, but they never give you praise when you're right. But this is YouTube. Put in Pardo because he can play on the wings as well. Put Fernandez Pardo for 60 M's. Sean. And the total is... Drum roll, please. £400 million. Do you think Liverpool Football Club are going to spend £400 million? £500 million, basically, on another transfer window. And on top of all this, there's a different element to all this. Let me tell you the different element. Rafael Leao, Fernandez Pardo, Sangare, are not guaranteed to be successes at Liverpool. It's going to be a risk. It's going to be a risk. That's the thing I want you all to think about. All of these players are risks. You can't guarantee that any of them will work out. You can't guarantee that any of them will hit the ground running. No. Ho, 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 ho. We're going to come back to me and Flawless's debate on the A-Lister stream. I'm going to convince you why some players are way less of a risk. Bradley Barcola at 110 million is a smaller risk than players at 50 million. And can I tell you why? Bradley Barcola already plays for a big club, so he knows what it's like to wear a heavy shirt on his back. Bradley Barcola has to deal with PSG ultras who are even worse than the Liverpool fans online, because the PSG ultras will literally pull up at your household if you're not performing. So he already has dealt with crazy fans. He plays against slow blocks week in, week out. Champions League winner and experienced. League winner and experienced. So even at 110 million, he is still a smaller risk than others. Very simply, Fernandez Pardo can put on the Liverpool shirt and crumble. I like Fernandez Pardo. As a matter of fact, I told you all about Fernandez Pardo before anyone in the media reported it. However, Fernandez Pardo can put on the Liverpool shirt and crumble. And have you guys seen the other stuff as well regarding the transfers? Let me show you, because there is drama, Habibis. Have you guys seen the latest drama? This is the latest drama. PSG are unlikely to pursue Yan Diomande. The decision could boost Liverpool's hope of signing Diomande, with PSG now turning their attention elsewhere. PSG want Krupp. We might go back to our ex. We could do that. Sean, but I have an idea. When Barcola moves, we do it. What jersey am I wearing? LA Galaxy. You can go get it on OK Jersey using code MHF for 8% off. We're going back to the X. Apparently, I know Ed and the Americans will know about this. Apparently, this guy's agency is like the LeBron James agency, which is Clutch Sport or whatever it is. You know, something like that. Fonzie, did you just time out Ed? You can't time out Ed, Fonzie. You can't time out Ed, Fonzie. You can't time out Ed. Don't disrespect Ed's legacy like this. Ed will drop 100 piece right now, and I'll make him managing mod, and I'll make you normal mod. Anyway, you're in love with me. Thank you, Ryan. Now, apparently they're owned by this Clutch Sports thing. And there is difficulties with personal terms and image rights, and I don't know what. We might just go back to our ex. Go back to the ex. Go back to the ex, Sabar. The crazy part is if she walks in and listens to me saying go back to the ex, she'll probably go like, what are you talking about? Go back to the ex. It's crazy. It's crazy. Ed, you drop 100 piece, I'm going to make you managing mod, and I'll make him regular mod right now. 100 piece. Run it. Now, that's my thing. I didn't like her anyway. I didn't like her anyway. Exactly. I didn't like her anyway. See? That's what I'm saying. No, here's the thing. This is my compromise. Can I tell you my compromise? My compromise is the following. My compromise is I want to sign good players, but I just don't want to sell everyone. That's my compromise. Me and Iraola are literally on the same exact thought process. Let's go get a center back. Let's go get a right back. Let's go sign a midfielder. Let's sign a forward. But can we not sell everyone? Can we just keep everyone at the club, because already the club is unstable as hell. Already the club is unstable like crazy. We've got Michael Edwards leaving. Richard Hughes is going to leave soon. Arne Slot left. Salah left. Konate left. Robertson left. If I go and sell Cody Gakpo and sell McAllister and sell this and sell that and sell this and sell that, bro, we need an element of stability. I need that when someone walks into the football club, these players with experience and Premier League winners to show them the way. People are talking about keep Chiesa but sell Gakpo. طب حبيبي, how can I keep Chiesa and sell Gakpo? How? Yes, I agree with you. It's about quality, son. I'm not against your words at all. I agree with you, brother. We need quality. Of course we need quality. Of course we need quality. I agree completamente. I agree that we need quality. I literally have no problem with what you're saying. We need the quality. You're right, yes. But quality also exists with the players that we have. I feel like we are the worst fan base at rating our own players sometimes. The ones that we like to prop are actually the crap ones, if anything. That's the thing. The ones we like to prop are the crap ones. The ones that we rate are actually the crap ones. Some of these players, bro, big up Tabang. Some of these players, bro, they're not bad. Like Cody Gakpo is not bad. Cody Gakpo is a serviceable Premier League player. He's not shit. Like he's a good player. He's sound. He's fine. You know. But what do you guys think of this? You guys didn't tell me your opinion on this. No one really said anything like their opinion about this. What's you guys' opinion on this? I'm really interested to find out your opinion. Put one in the chat if you would take Diomande. Put one in the chat if you would take Diomande. Put two in the chat if you wouldn't take Diomande. One, you would take him. Two, you wouldn't take him. I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions because I just want to see like sort of where everyone's thoughts are at. Big up to you, J-Dub, in the chat. Big up, J-Dub. I'll take whatever I can get. Okay, for the ones that said they will take Diomande, tell me what's the max you would pay for him. All of you guys that would take him. And actually, even if you wouldn't take him, tell me what's the max you would pay for Diomande. Like maximum, I'm not going to pay a pound more for Diomande. What's the max? €100, 85, 80, 100 million euros, 90, 80. Now I'm going to ask you guys another question, the same. Put one in the chat if you would take Barcola, and put two in the chat if you wouldn't take Barcola. Let's switch it to Barcola now. Let's switch it to Barcola. One in the chat if you would take Barcola. Two in the chat if you would not take Barcola. Because there's also a latest tweet on Barcola. I don't know if you guys saw. PSG want 150 million euros. You guys know you can talk to your phone? Let's search it. 150 euros to pounds. 128 million pounds. I think PSG probably would sell. Here, let me show you guys the tweet about Bradley Barcola. I think PSG actually probably would sell for 110 million pounds though. PSG have informed several clubs that Barcola is up for sale as they look to trigger a bidding war. PSG want around 150 million euros for the winger, despite initial offers from interested club being closer to 70 million euros. Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man United are among the ones approaching him. Shut up, Sean. How much are you willing to pay for Bradley Barcola, whether you take him or not? Give me a number. Me personally, I'd take Barcola all day. What's the max you'd be willing to pay for Barcola? Like maximum, I'm not going to pay a pound more than that. 85, 80, 110. Max 120. 90. So now I come back to the screen. If we went back in for Diomande, would you guys be upset? Because there is a possibility of it happening, and I'm not going to deny the possibility of it happening. It might happen. It might. It might. Not necessarily it will happen, but it might happen. There is a possibility it might happen. You know, this transfer window has been by far the weirdest transfer window, given everything that we've spoken about and given transfers and given all that. It's been a very weird transfer window. So many things like don't make sense. So many things don't make sense. Guys, can we get to 200 likes, you bunch of frauds? Can we at least get to 200 likes? I'm not asking for much. Before I read the supers and get out of here, let me see who followed me on Instagram so I can shout them out. Big up to Steve Wilton for following me. And big up for Nigel for following me as well. Big up to you, Nigel. Big up to all of you guys for following me. Everyone who follows me on Instagram from now till the end of the stream is going to get a shout out. The link is in the pinned comment at DonHussam6. Let me do the supers and then I'm going to get out of here. Big up to all of you. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. There's going to be giveaways and loads of stuff coming soon. You get me? So, yeah. Where did we stop? Here. Big up Hussam. Is there anything we can do to cheer up Cal this off season? I honestly think the only thing that would make him happy is Olise. Lol. Look, we would all love Olise. But in the current market, how much is Olise worth? Guys, how much would Bayern sell Olise worth? For? How much, chat? Chat. Let me know, chat. How much is Olise worth in today's market? Big up to Eddie Lat for the follow. Big up, Eddie. Thank you for following me, brother. Big up to Jubilee Ox for following me as well. Told you everyone's going to get a shout out. See, I'm a man of my word. In the current market, I think in order to get Olise, you would probably have to pay like 180 million pounds. No exaggeration. By the way, this comes back to exactly why FSG wants to leave. How you can cheer up Cal? You can't cheer up Cal because Bowen is staying at West Ham. And he's the Bowen guy. Hussam, you agree Rodri is worth 100 million plus still? How old is Rodri? Rodri is 30. No, he's not worth 100 million. With a year left, probably worth 90, I'd say. 90. Big up to my guy Mo, who says, brother, you struggled with real Boha on Spaces, and we agree that I'm Mo. Bro, I can say a real boha. Come on, I'm not even saying it wrong. Don't disrespect me like that. I can speak Zulu. Aish. Come on, man. Hi, bo. The worst thing is Munoz wouldn't be here if not for him. Munoz wouldn't be here if not for who? David? Munoz wouldn't be here if not for who, brother? Big up to the client for following me. Big up to Duzla for following me. And big up to Wade's World for following me as well. Big up to everyone who's followed me on the Insta, man. Appreciate you guys. Perfecto. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I think he's worth 100 million, Rodri. You're right. I think Rodri is worth 100 million pounds. You're correct, actually. Even though he's 30, he probably is worth 100 million. You're correct. Iraola. I mean, yeah, and the problem is Munoz, like, he was with the World Cup squad. I know he didn't play at all, but he was like with the World Cup squad and stuff. He was with the World Cup squad and stuff. So, yeah. Big up to my guy Sond, who says Lamine Kamara 35, Ordonez 35, Diomande 40 million, Sangare 40 million, midfield and defenders box with 150 million without sales. Easy as that. But where are you getting these prices from, though? Where are you getting these prices from? Lamine Kamara is going to be more than 35 million. Ordonez is definitely going to be more than 35 million. Sporting are a selling club, so they're going to hang up the phone if you offer them 40 million. Sangare 40, I think, is a possibility, but the rest, no. They're going to want probably 50 for Kamara. They're probably going to want 50 for Ordonez. And Sporting are going to want 60, 65 for Diomande, brother. So this is like 50, 50, 100, 60, 160, 200. 200. And once again, Sond, you can't expect Iraola to win the league directly either. Huh? You can't. You can't expect him to win directly the league either. So your expectations still has to be a form of realistic expectations, Habibi. Huh? You can't expect him to come and walk in and win the league with all these players. Big up Megana. Thank you for the follow, Megana. Appreciate you. What are we desperate for? When we are desperate for players, sorry, they are not active in the market. But last season, when they wanted to flex, it was easy. It's so annoying, honestly. That's what I'm saying, Habibi David King. Like, here's my thing. Look, you come into the Premier League season and you're excited for what's to come. We all wanted slot gone David King, and we got it. We're happy. We're happy. Arne Slot got sacked. Fairs. Everyone's happy. Everyone's excited. Everyone's buzzing. And everyone's ready to see Iraola's style. Everyone's ready to see Iraola's system, and everyone's excited. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Everyone's excited already for the season. Everyone's already excited for the season. Fair enough. However, you can't dampen everyone's like sparkle immediately and not give the manager the stuff that he needs, because he does need players, man. Take a chill pill, my guy. You're not going to survive marriage with this blood pressure. I'm not even angry though, Ed. You've seen me angry. You know I'm not even angry. This is not angry, Hussam, and you know what, bro. Stop. Stop it. Get some help. I hope we have the money, little copper. Next person to say Ferran Torres is getting banned. Ferran Torres is going PSG, you guys. Ferran Torres is going PSG, you guys. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows he's going PSG. Come on, guys. I would, but the way my bank account is set up, Kevin Hart settings, but we are going to sell players and recoup some of that 400 or so. Yeah, we are going to sell players, but like, how much are you going to recoup? Like in the scenario that I presented, McAllister, 80 million. Gakpo, 70. That's 150. Endo and Chiesa combined probably gets you 15 million. So that's 165. Who? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. We should buy Ferran Torres. I think Ferran Torres is the Messi of Joao Felix's. I think Ferran Torres is the Messi of Joao Felix's, bro. Like he's just he's so good and he's so shit at the same time. Like he's good but he's shit type player. That's Ferran Torres for me. That's Ferran Torres for me. Anyway, guys, we're gonna send you guys over to Straight Facts. Let me see if anyone else followed me so we can shout them out because I'm gonna be a man of my word. Okay, no one else followed me. Appreciate everyone who's followed me. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. I'm gonna send you guys over to Straight Facts. Love you all and peace out, Habibis.